Ever since Dayco developed the first automotive serpentine belt for the 1979 Ford Mustang, this design has virtually taken over on the automotive accessory drives of manufacturers all over the world. The standard V-ribbed belt has served us well for decades, but now it's time to kick it up a letter for a new generation. Introducing Dayco's new Poly-Rib W Profile belt, the next generation of belt innovation. The wow factor in the W Profile belt is the innovative groove in the tip of the ribs, which enables it to conform to the worn misaligned drives in older applications. This worn plastic pulley has dished sides and a bad bearing, causing side-to-side displacement. The W Profile belt also uses a proprietary EPDM rubber compound to extend the life of the belt. Within this rubber are aramid fibers that buffer noise from the belt drive, especially those original equipment drives that have become infamous in bays throughout the country for their annoying belt squeal. Dayco's next generation W Profile belt is simply the perfect belt for imperfect drives. Why, you may wonder, did Dayco decide that the next generation of belt innovation was needed? As it has throughout its history, Dayco responded to the needs of today's aftermarket. Today's engines run quieter, so any belt noise is more noticeable. In the quest for better mileage, smaller, more streamlined vehicle designs have led to elevated underhood temperatures. Today's higher torque accessories put more demand on belts, requiring higher belt tension, which in turn generates more heat. Engine idle speeds are lower, but belts must still power accessories, even at lower RPMs, demanding peak torque transfer even on worn drives. Horsepower is higher, especially on four-cylinder cars, which exerts more torque, putting more stress on the belts. In addition to these evolving engine characteristics, the specific design of the engine's accessory drive can sometimes create problems. Car manufacturers are still producing some poorly engineered serpentine drives. Here's why. They utilize offset tensioner designs. They design high or low-tensioned accessory drives. The amount of belt contact on an accessory pulley is inadequate to carry the required load. Or they add high-load accessories, such as much higher output alternators. These poor designs often produce belt noise, which is mistakenly blamed on the belt. So to help compensate for poor OEM designs, Dayco developed the perfect belt for imperfect drives. On the road to innovation, Dayco discovered that one construction wouldn't work for all applications. Certain foreign nameplate engines use deeper pulley grooves, necessitating increased rib depth. To help support this increased depth, extra layers of material were added to the rib stock in the belt. Of course, aramid fibers were also used in this design to buffer any noise in the drive. Dayco's newest belt innovations were also incorporated into Dayco's premium heavy-duty gold label serpentine belts for use on the big rigs. A straight rib construction is still used for its additional strength on high-torque diesel engines. Dayco's proprietary EPDM rubber compound helps extend belt life, a critical factor for long-range truckers. The amount of aramid fiber was increased to help buffer noise. Whether it's W Profile, deep-ribbed belts, or gold-labeled heavy-duty, Dayco has been working hard to deliver to the aftermarket replacement belts that in all cases meet and in many cases exceed the original equipment manufacturer's requirements. While the competition's been satisfied with the status quo, Dayco wasn't. That's why we thought it was time for the next generation of belt innovation.